Welcome, folks, to my next Let's Play, Secret of Evermore. This is a game made by Squaresoft Software, as it was known at the time, or something like that. I believe in 1995, the idea was to make a spiritual successor to another game, Secret of Mana, which is actually Seiken Densetsu 2. Yeah, this uses ostensibly a very similar game engine, not exactly the same game engine, to Secret of Mana, where everything is based around rings and weapons, except the big difference is, well, actually there's a ton of big differences. You know, there are limitations on how many weapons you can get. You only have 2 guys instead of 3, and instead of a big sprawling world you explore, you can explore very freely from the beginning. Actually, no. Okay, maybe they're not that dissimilar. But anyway, this was actually made by Squaresoft America. So, yeah. Alright, now you see my 2 previous files, Nomadic Outsider and the Booty Master. So I will now go in, and I'll have to start in a new file. And I'll be going in as a guy I currently like on the WWE roster, Titty Master Dean Ambrose. So, yes. So, I do actually have a lot of memories playing this game when I was younger because I believe my cousin, who was not exactly very good at keeping track of his things, accidentally left it at my house one day, and we just played the hell out of it, and the other game he left, Super Mario RPG. So, yeah, thanks, I believe, Jonathan, on my dad's side, for giving me this game. So, alright, let's start this. Podunk, USA. Fall, 1965. Can't tell if they're playing marbles or jack, but looks pretty calm. Got out of the bourgeois theater. Benches of Loxy, playing in theaters. Biggest hit ever, even though only one guy came out of the shop. Or the theater. Very eerie. My friends, prepare to be a part of history. With a twist of a knob here, and a flip of a switch here. Wait a minute. That's not right. And then it all goes downhill. 30 years later, 1995. Podunk, USA. I didn't know they let dogs into movie theaters. What a classic! My favorite part was the battle with the swine beast in the toxic swamp. You could hardly tell that it was a bunch of old tires and a garden hose. So apparently they just got done watching The Lost Adventures of X. Where are you going, buddy? That's not the way home. Dughead Software. From what I understand, on the back of the box, it actually advertises that... Alright, now where did he go? It actually advertises that a big draw of this game is that they reference movies. But the thing is, all the movies they reference are fake movies. The door is open. I'd better take a look inside. There you are. You know, I think that cat is long gone. Hey, where are you going? Yikes! Watch out for that! Oops. Hey, look! A mummy, a chainsaw, and a balloon animal! This wall panel is kind of loose. Wow! I think we've found some kind of secret entrance. Whoa. Wow! Looks like the PZS plasma drive in when Constellation's attack. I wonder if it works. Whoa! We should get out of here before something goes terribly wrong. Hey! Don't you want those wires? Electricity. Uh-oh. Electricity's dogs cause dogs to transform and yet humans to teleport. The world is funny sometimes. What have we here? An intruder, I fear. That was some blast! Who are you? That's not important. We've got to get you out of here. Can't have you meddling with the professor's experiments. Come along. Who's that, Carltron? Do we have a visitor? It's no one. No one at all. Continue with your work, Professor. Oh, okay, I'll believe you. After you. Now, this entire opening scene is obviously a tutorial level of sorts. Now what? And, yeah, this is actually completely skippable. If you press start during at any point in that opening scene, you will actually skip this entire area. You don't have to do this unless you want to. But since this is obviously since this is a Let's Play, I will show you. So anyway, open this chased up, and receive the bazooka. Cool! Now, notice that they actually have already displayed how this weapon works. They showed that it shoots weapons, and then the moment he fired the weapon, all of a sudden, notice down there, the percentage counter starts ticking up. So obviously... Oh, whoa, shit. I was going to demonstrate that if you attack with anything below 100%, you just swing it like a club. This looks like a way out. Incidentally, Carltron is not the inspiration for my name. Is that you, buddy? I can't see very well. It's dark in here. Hey, I think you found some sort of futuristic escape pod. Whoops! There goes the control pad. Gotta work on joystick now. Yes, Carltron is not the inspiration for my name, as it is actually simply a giant cascade of my own name. Now, if you play this game, you will actually recognize that area that we were just spinning over. But we will not be there for some time. And now this is where we would go if we had skipped a tutorial. Whoa, that was some landing! I think the pod and the bazooka are shot! What? Where am I? Anyway, where's my dog? Hey, buddy! Hey, Pupster! Where are you, boy? Whoa! Is that really you? You've changed! If you're really my dog, you'll fetch this stick. Okay, go get it! Right. Well, this isn't a stick, but it'll do. Come on, buddy, let's look around. So, the primary mechanic of this game is sort of pseudo-charging. You know how in Mega Man you charge a weapon and that unleashes a stronger shot? Well, hold on. If you just swing mindlessly, you're not going to do a lot of damage. But if you let the... Oh, well, that was my dog attacking. And yes, the dog attacks... your dog AI attacks basically whenever he sees an enemy. You can change that around with the actions. So yeah, more defensive, more searching, or whatever. This is basically changing the AI, depending on who you want to play. And yes, you can play the dog. But I'm not going to do that. Not that that mattered much to you. Alright. Anyway, the main mechanic of the combat of this game is that if you let the under your name over there, where your health is also displayed, is a percentage. If you let that charge to 100%, you will do much more damage than if you just swung randomly. And also, at any point, you can actually trigger your dog to start snooping around for stuff. And he can find hidden objects or whatever. And I just killed a mosquito. Anyway, right now, triggering the dog to smell, and I find some roots. Find some more because I've played this game enough to know where certain things are. Sometimes, though, he'll just start sniffing and find absolutely nothing. Alright. If you could figure out how to bug out the AI, you can kind of get pretty darn far. Ah! Yeah. Now, certain enemies actually have evasion traits. From what I understand, evasion is tied directly to your speed. And, yeah. These mosquitoes apparently have very high speed because they'll evade your attacks quite frequently. And thankfully, the game will readily admit the fact that you miss over and over again. Now, that's something interesting about this game is the fact that its damage counting seems almost glitched. Because if you attack at the same time as your dog, somehow the damages actually stack, and I don't even know who it goes to at the end. It just says that it all adds up to 20 instead of like separating out the numbers. Now, why would I? Now you might be wondering, why am I not letting my dog attack? Well, here's the thing: the dog has one weapon set, which is itself. And I am the only one who can get upgraded weapons. And, well, my dog... Here's the thing. On the level weapon skills, you notice I am at level 1, and I have beaten 9 enemies. To upgrade to the next level, I'm going to have to beat 9 enemies. My dog, on the other hand, his weapons his weapon skill is here. All weapons in this game only have 3 levels, including the dog, so he will max out extremely fast. And this means by, like, about the middle of the game onward, he will become the most broken weapon in the game. And he's already stronger than I am. So, as you can tell, I'm in really no hurry because I'm probably going to be a better... For this early, it's probably better that I level up my weapons more than he does. Because either way, he's going to have plenty of time to be really, really strong. Ooh. Did the dog find something? Found it. Alright. Now, I said before this is a spiritual successor to Secret of Mana. In story, it has nothing to do with the game. This has nothing to do with any of the quests of Secret of Evermore. So, alright, so Titty Master Dean Ambrose reached level 2. So yeah, usual RPG mechanics. Each of these creatures drops a certain amount of XP, and after a while it adds up to basically level you up. But everything in this game has XP to a certain extent. Later on when you get magic, that also has XP, because the more you do magic, the better you get at it. I mean, it actually makes sense when you think about it, kind of like, alright, if you do something long enough, you're going to get experienced enough to know how to do it better. I.e., you might, even with the ingredients you use, you're going to know how to utilize it better. You're going to know how to optimize the system more, if you will. Alright? So yes, we've been killing a bunch of plants because, you know, fuck plants. But, anyway, you come across this big grass. Big grass can only be cut by blades. We only get blades later on. The bone is the only weapon in the entire game that does not have its own, that does not have the ability to cut. Now, later weapons do get other abilities, but let's move on. Now, a couple of things we got to point out. Here are my player's statuses. So yes, as you can tell, I have very low defense and magic defense. And that's because I have no armor on. I don't have any armor yet. You get armor later on, but but that's not too good right now. Anyway, you can see we also have a hit percentage and a hit and evasion percentage. Hit and evasion, they help, but the thing is, like, the primary accuracy determiner is how on center you are. So anyway, yeah, change controls, but I don't want to because I'm okay with this. And I'm going to edit the frame because I think this looks obnoxious. So I'm just going to go to this, more minimalistic. Anyway, we're about to come up to the first mini-boss. Ooh, leaves falling from the sky? This cannot be good. And actually, this makes absolutely no sense because our enemy comes out of those bushes. Alright, anyway, before we move on, I want to see if the dog can actually find something. Because I know there are loose items I can find here. Alright. Okay. Now we can't move on, because I can't cut this grass. But don't worry, if we beat this mini-boss, it will all be cleared up. Anyway. So now, it's time to fight it. I have a strange feeling about this. So yeah. Our pass has been blocked off. Now we're being attacked by raptors! This is the first mini-boss of this game. And I believe each of these guys have about 50 health, but there are 4 of them. And they do a great deal of damage. Ooh. And yes, if you damage, doesn't matter if you kill it or I do. Or it doesn't matter if you kill it or the dog does. Both of you get XP from every opponent. Now, your weapons don't get XP unless you kill it. But, there is a collective XP just from being in the vicinity of the enemy when you or your opponent, or you and your partner kills it. And in case you're wondering, yes, this is a 2-player game. Someone can take the part of the doge and help you out here. Anyway, now it's time to use an item. Found a petal in someone's ashes, and I'm gonna use it. You're basically invincible when you're healing, so don't worry about bad timing. This ain't no Dark Souls or Demon Souls. Don't have to worry about the enemy sneaking up on you while you're chewing on some grass. Alright. Alright, so Dirty Deeds Dean Ambrose up to level 3. And your stats slowly increase from getting damaged. So do we know? Oh wow, that was interesting. Yeah, there's some weird glitches with the hitboxes of your opponents. Or your enemies, if you will. And notice how the more off-center we are, the more often we'll miss. Alright, so that was all 4 of them. So we beat the mini-boss. Received 50 talents. And received a petal. Alright, and it looks like... Alright. So, if we got... Oh, wait! The dog. Did he find it? Got it. 2 crystals. So yes, now I'm sure you're wondering, what are all these items that we're finding here? What are all these random scavenged goods that have seemingly no use at this point? Well, I'm gonna have to continue on that next time on Let's Play Secret of Evermore. What's up and after the mini-boss. See you guys then. You didn't think that I'd just end this video in any normal way. No, 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 no. This is a special little one. Because I'm going to be displaying some glitches for this game. Now, the first one you can do is you can almost altogether skip the raptor fight. The first mini-boss, you can completely skip over it. How you do this is that you position the dog to be in such a way that if I choose to switch over to him, I will immediately enter into the raptor pit, or whatever the hell it's called. So, during that time, if I happen to somehow die and swap over to the dog, and if I have, say, been sniffing that whole time and not actually moving, I will immediately transport into the raptor's pit and then collapse and die. However, because of the way this is programmed, this is intended to be a mini-boss that you can fail. So, when you fail it, the dog just drags you out, and you go and you head into the village. What I'm showing shortly after that is that there are a few little differences that occur when you choose to enter the village in this way. Another little thing is that even though you're dying, you can still technically move the character because the game is bugging out. And you can actually go back to the previous room and start moving around a bit. It's kind of funny.